클릭해주셔서 감사합니다.
Hello everyone, I'm Raiseo JK Dae. In the previous lecture, we explored a difficult question: could humanity ever create a perfect economy? Today we are gonna ask another profound question: what happens when humans no longer need to work? For most of human history, work was directly connected to survival. Humans worked to obtain food, shelter, security, and resources. But modern technology is changing this relationship very rapidly. Artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, advanced software systems, machines are beginning to perform tasks that once required human labor. This raises one of the most important economic and philosophical questions of the 21st century. If machines eventually perform most labor more efficiently than humans, what will happen to human work itself? And perhaps even more importantly, what will give human life meaning in such a world? Today we will explore automation, labor, universal basic income, technological unemployment, post-work societies, and the future of human purpose. Let's begin. First, let's understand something important. Technology replacing labor is not new. This has happened repeatedly throughout history. Agricultural technology reduced the need for farm labor. Industrial machines reduced manual manufacturing labor. Computers automated many office tasks. The internet transformed communication and commerce. Every technological revolution changed work itself. But despite these changes, humans usually found new forms of employment. Why? Because technology also created entirely new industries. For example, the automobile destroyed some older transportation industries but created car manufacturing, highways, logistics, tourism, and delivery systems. Similarly, computers eliminated some jobs while creating software engineering, cybersecurity, digital marketing, and online education. Historically, technology changed labor more often than it completely eliminated labor. But many economists believe artificial intelligence may be different. Now let's discuss why AI may become historically unique. Most previous machines replaced physical labor. AI may increasingly replace cognitive labor as well. Machines are now beginning to write reports, analyze data, generate images, translate languages, diagnose disease, create software, drive vehicles, teach students, and assist legal research. This is extraordinary. For the first time in history, machines may compete directly with large portions of human intellectual work, and this creates enormous uncertainty. Now let's think economically. Why do companies automate? The answer is simple: efficiency. Machines often work faster, cost less, make fewer mistakes, operate continuously, and scale more easily. In competitive markets, businesses that automate successfully may gain major advantages. This creates strong incentives for automation across the global economy. Now here is the major concern. What happens if automation advances faster than new jobs are created? This is called technological unemployment. Some economists believe millions of jobs could eventually disappear across industries such as transportation, retail, customer service, accounting, manufacturing, basic programming, and administrative work. Even highly educated professions may face disruption. This creates enormous social and political challenges. Now let's discuss an important misconception. Automation does not necessarily mean humans become useless. Human beings possess qualities machines still struggle to replicate fully. For example, deep emotional understanding, moral judgment, creativity, human relationships, meaning making, empathy, and wisdom. The future economy may increasingly value uniquely human abilities rather than repetitive tasks. Now let's discuss universal basic income again. If automation eventually reduces the need for human labor dramatically, societies may need new economic systems. One proposal is UBI. Universal basic income means citizens receive guaranteed income regardless of employment status. Supporters argue this could reduce poverty, stabilize economies, protect human dignity, support people during technological transition, and increase freedom. Some even argue UBI could allow humans to pursue more meaningful lives beyond survival labor. But critics raise important concerns. Would people lose motivation to work? Could governments afford it? Would inflation increase? Would societies become economically dependent? The debate remains highly controversial. Now let's think philosophically. Modern society connects work very closely to identity. People often ask, what do you do? Meaning, what is your job? Work provides income, structure, social status, purpose, routine, and community. If traditional employment declines significantly, societies may face a deep psychological transition. Humans may need new ways to define meaning and personal value. Now let's discuss post-work society. Some futurists imagine a future where automation provides most material abundance. In such societies, humans may spend far less time working for survival. Instead, people could focus more on art, science, relationships, education, exploration, creativity, philosophy, and personal growth. This sounds utopian, but there are also risks. Without meaningful purpose, humans may experience isolation, depression, social fragmentation, addiction, and existential anxiety. Humans need more than material comfort alone. Now let's discuss inequality again. Automation could create enormous wealth, but who owns the machines? This may become one of the defining political questions of the future. If advanced AI and automation technologies are controlled by only a small number of corporations or elites, inequality could increase dramatically. A highly automated society might become extremely prosperous yet deeply unequal. Technology does not automatically distribute wealth fairly. Now let's discuss education. Future education systems may need to change fundamentally. In the industrial area, education often prepared humans for standardized labor, but future societies may increasingly prioritize creativity, adaptability, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and interdisciplinary learning because repetitive tasks may increasingly become automated. Now here is another important idea. Humans may continue working even if they no longer need to work economically. Why? Because humans naturally seek achievement, recognition, purpose, and contribution. Even wealthy individuals often continue creating businesses, art, research, or projects despite no financial necessity. Work is not only about money, it is also about meaning. Now let's think globally. Automation may affect countries differently. Highly developed economies may automate rapidly, but developing economies often depend heavily on labor-intensive industries. This creates major international challenges. Some countries may experience technological prosperity while others face instability and unemployment. Now let's discuss politics. Mass unemployment could destabilize societies politically. Historically, economic insecurity often increases political polarization, social unrest, populism, and distrust in institutions. Future governments may face enormous pressure to manage automation responsibly. Now here is another philosophical question. Should humans always maximize efficiency? Modern economies often assume greater productivity is always good. But if productivity eventually eliminates meaningful human participation, societies may need to rethink the purpose of economic systems themselves. Perhaps the ultimate goal of civilization is not simply maximizing output, perhaps it is maximizing human flourishing. Now let's discuss human dignity. Many people fear automation not only because of income loss, but because of loss of dignity. Humans want to feel useful, to contribute, to matter. Future societies may need to protect not only economic security, but also human psychological well-being. Now let's connect this to economics more broadly. Traditional economics focused heavily on scarcity, labor, and production. But future economics may increasingly focus on distribution, meaning human well-being, technological governance, and ethical questions. Economics may become far more connected to philosophy and psychology than before. Now, here is one final important idea. Technology changes civilization rapidly, but human nature changes much more slowly. Human beings still seek meaning, belonging, recognition, purpose, and hope. No technological system can fully replace these human needs. The future challenge may not simply be managing machines, it may be preserving humanity itself in an age of extraordinary technological power. So let's summarize today's lecture. Throughout history, technology repeatedly transformed human labor. However, artificial intelligence may become historically unique because it increasingly replaces cognitive work as well as physical labor. Automation could create enormous prosperity but also unemployment, inequality, and social instability. Future societies may explore systems such as universal basic income and post-work economic models. But even if machines perform most labor, humans will still search for meaning, dignity, and purpose. And ultimately, the future economy may depend not only on technological progress, but on humanity's ability to redefine what it means to live a meaningful human life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this lecture, please like and subscribe. And in the next lecture, we will explore another fascinating question. Can human civilization survive infinite consumption? See you next time.